We have a completely different approach to people. We see people as individuals. I don't see Belondi here as a spokesperson for Belondi. I don't see Charity as a spokesperson for Belondi. Nor Johan, nor Alex, nor anybody. I see them all as individuals. And I judge them by their personal value, and they may have personal beliefs. And a lot of people may agree with them from across the spectrum, or not, as the case may be. But we don't see people as envoys for a race. And Anele is not a race in
zeitgeist, like I think she does.
But let me tell you, where you're wrong is that the zeitgeist is changing. Maybe 5 years ago she did.
Why do you say that?
Because the entire wheel is turning from a view that it is progressive to regard race and gender as your defining characteristics. That era is past. And you're behind the zeitgeist if you haven't seen that.
You've said to me that South Africa is firmly in the moment of coalition government, and this is where you are particularly strong. Should the DA emerge as one of the larger parties, what do you think would be your natural allies, and how would you go about creating coalitions?
When you don't get an overall majority, which is rare in a proportional representation system, because all proportional representation systems tend to coalitions. So if there isn't an overall majority, then after the election, you look at all of the options of potential coalitions that you can make that can get you over 50%, and then you decide which is the least bad one. There's never a good one. Coalitions are very complex and difficult to manage. So the first prize is to get an overall majority, but that's very rare and unrealistic. So then you have to look at your options for coalition formation and take the least bad one. The cities are where the economy happens, that's the thing. Cities link people to the economy, and they link the domestic economy to the global economy. And if your cities are broke, your economy is broke. So great cities make great countries. You can't have a great country with broken cities. It's total contradiction in terms. So that's why our prayers stand for local government. I said we have to build this up from the bottom. I left Parliament to stand as Mayor of Cape Town. And I worked there, and I've been working with local governments throughout in my job as a Premier as well. You build a successful province on successful local governments, and you build a great country with successful metros. And South Africa would take the greatest step into becoming a successful democracy if the DA is the biggest party in all the metros of South Africa. Look at examples all over the world where new city administrators inherited really broken cities and turned them around. I don't want to do that in democracies. I don't want to do that through a dictatorship. You've got to look at how it works in a democracy and how it can be fixed in a democracy. So that's sort of the first thing I'm going to look at, is how they managed to do that. I certainly will try and meet as many business leaders as I will try and meet as many NGOs, because this has to be a whole of society effort. The move to save Joburg is not going to be a local government initiative alone. It's going to be a whole of society effort. And that is why I am so excited about Joburg, because as broken as Joburg is, it is a can-do city, and it has a lot of really engaged citizens who are trying to solve the problems. And that is the best thing that Joburg's got going for it, actually. The very best thing that Joburg's got going for it. And that's what they need, a mayor who will get behind them and who will work with them and won't put obstacles in their way and will run an honest administration. That's what they need. And that's what we plan to do. So I will be meeting a large number of you, and I will be listening to them very carefully, and I won't be claiming to have the answers, because I don't. They probably have more of the answers than I do. So that's what Joburg's got going for it in a most spectacular way. Now, Dlangamandla, I'm fully in support of Dlangamandla. I think it's using a very good methodology of monitoring delivery. Ironically, a lot of it was taken from our own offices, the Premier of the Western Cape. when I ran our Game Changers, or that particular model of delivery. So I am very much in support of it. I think it's done some very good work from the presidency, and I warmly welcome Joburg being included in it.